The highest form of discipline is the ability to adjust and be flexible and adapt. You're building the muscle either way. You're either building the muscle that says, I do what I say, I keep the commitments that I make, or you're building the muscle that says, I make excuses, I don't do what I say, I can't be counted on, right? And so when we think about discipline, it's really about like, what promises are you gonna keep? And the tricky thing is you're keeping promises to yourself that nobody even knows that you made.
Discipline is kind of the gateway drug to everything else in authority. And it's the gateway to composure, for sure, but getting your discipline modified is one of the fastest ways to make everything else change.
And how do I fix my discipline if I'm an ill-disciplined person?
Understanding what discipline is the most critical element. And I define this differently than most people. So I define discipline as your ability to prioritize the needs of your future self ahead of your own present self. And that's it. That's all that discipline is. I'm prioritizing the needs of future me.
The first question I ask is, how do I want to spend my days? And so then you like draw a box, and inside that box, how can we make the most money, reach the most people, make the biggest impact, make the contribution that you want to make, but not outside of it. And what happens a lot of the time is people do that in reverse. They start by asking, how can we make the most money or reach the most people or make the biggest impact? And then they decide, oh, well, this is what I want to do, but it's actually outside of how they want to spend their days. And it's not going to work out well because, it goes back to our point previously about, is this fun? That if they don't want to spend their time that way, you're just grinding for a little while and eventually it's not going to work. That's the key for building systems that really work is this how you want to spend your days? The person who wants to live the lifestyle is much better positioned to get the result.
I think everyone needs to realize that discipline is like a rubber band. It stretches, right? It stretches. Sometimes it's like really, really tough and really flexed and you're good to go. Other times it's a little flimsy. It's a little flimsy and that's okay. But do you know what you need to do to get it strong again? Do you have the right people around you that you can lean on and go, hey, bud, I need a little bit of help in this area without feeling like you might reject me or I might feel like less of a man or less of a woman if I reach out. And I think that's important. Whether it's someone does the project or not doesn't matter to me. What matters is that they are disciplined in areas of their life they know they need to be. And all of that starts off by shedding the false identity and putting on a new identity of the man that you are or the woman that you want to be. And then start living that life. It's literally that simple.
Your outcomes are a lagging measure of your inputs. Like where you're at is just a lagging measure of the things that you've gone toward that. And it seems like discipline is pretty much exactly the same. And that's where the line between your future destiny is dictated by your current discipline.
It's about doing the things you don't like to do for an extended period of time without getting reward. And then discipline then becomes not, are you disciplined or not disciplined, but how disciplined are you?
Everyone who doesn't have discipline created this false identity of themselves as, man, I'm just not a disciplined person. Well, if you keep saying I'm not a disciplined person, you just keep going further away from discipline. Discipline equals freedom.